So you want to solve a 2x2 Rubik's Cube. The first thing you did was an internet search. The videos you found had complex algorithms that were taught by people that are great at cubing but not so good at teaching. Then your luck suddenly changed and you found the easiest solved channel. Instead of quick explanations of complex algorithms, I teach with stories and patterns. Step 1 for the 2x2, illegal cloning. Pause the video right now and memorize this. Clock, clock, counter, counter. Spend at least 1 minute making sure you have this memorized. Go listen to that song from Frozen. Yeah, you know the one. After the song, if you can still say clock, clock, counter, counter, then you are ready to proceed. Unpause the video and let's continue. In all my videos, I use the term clock and the term counter. So this is what it means. If I say clock, it means clockwise. If I say counter, it means counterclockwise. So if I said make this on this side, the right side, clock, then you have to pretend there's a clock here, and whichever way the hand goes, that's where you turn. So clock would be clockwise, which would go this way. Counter would be this way. Clock on the top would be this way. Counter, like so. And then clock this way, and then counter would be this way. Once again, we're on step 1 for the 2x2 illegal cloning. It is against the law to clone people, so we have this secret lab. This entire cube is our secret lab. To start this cloning, we need to find one of these white squares. It doesn't matter which one, just choose a white square. Let's choose this one. So make sure it's on the bottom, like so, and make sure it's on the left side. Let's rotate that over. So now this white is on the bottom left. Our patient that we're going to clone is on the bottom left. It's this guy here. He's got a green face and white feet. This is him right here. I'm going to put my thumb on him so we don't lose him. That's our patient. To the right of my thumb is always going to be the machine. This is a cloning machine. And the cloning machine is this square, this square, this square, this square, this square, and this square. So the machine is from here to here. It's all of this plus these sides here. As long as we can get DNA from this patient into this machine, then we can clone him. So this patient, again, is green and white. I'm going to keep my thumb on him, and we're going to look for green and white DNA. So we're looking for green and white DNA to clone him. Green, white, green and white. So we need this green and white put into our machine. How can we get this DNA over here to spin the cube? Now, green and white is somewhere in our machine. Again, it can be any of these squares. It does not matter where or the position or the orientation. As long as green and white is somewhere in here, as long as the DNA from this piece is somewhere in this machine, then it will solve. So now that the green and white is here, let's do those moves we learned earlier, which is clock, clock, counter, counter. We always start on the right side. So we do clock, clock, counter, counter. So let's try it. We're going to go clock, clock, counter, counter. Now we can look, and it did solve, and it has been cloned over. However, sometimes it's not that fast. Sometimes the DNA will bounce to the top of the machine, will bounce to the bottom of the machine over and over again, and it'll take a while for that to clone. In this case, we did it in the first try, which is great. Now that's cloned, we're going to rotate the cube to the left, and we're going to clone this orange and white person. Put my thumb on the orange and white person and say, you know what? I want to clone him to right here. So where's the DNA? Orange and white DNA. Let's go take a look for it. There it is. No? Where is it? There it is. Orange and white. Orange and white. So I'm going to put my finger here so we know where it is. Here's the guy to be cloned. Here's our machine. And here's the DNA we need in the machine. So we can simply rotate the cube. And now in our machine is orange and white. And just by accident, we just solved it. So that was really easy. So it's been cloned over. Let's rotate the cube. Here's blue and white. Put my thumb on that patient looking for blue and white DNA. Blue, white. So to get that over, we simply have to turn the cube this way. So again, to remind you of what we're doing here, we have a patient that's blue and white. We have a machine here. Right here to the right of my thumb is the machine. We just need blue and white DNA put into this machine. So blue and white, let's just spin the cube. Now blue and white is in our machine. Again, it doesn't have to be at the top. It can be at the bottom. Eventually, it'll work itself out. So let's do those moves, which is clock, clock, counter, counter. Notice it fell here to the bottom. It's not solved, but it's going to bounce up and down until it solves. Let's try it again. Clock, clock, counter, counter. Okay, let's keep going. Clock, clock, counter, counter. It's here at the bottom. We're going to keep going. Clock, clock, counter, counter. Now you'll notice the white is pointing over here to the right. And we know this is our piece is blue. Whenever you see the white piece pointing out like this, and it's part of the DNA, that is a white indicator light in our machine. It's saying, hey, it's about to solve. One more move left. And so we know that we're about to stop. So let's do it one more time. Clock, clock, counter, counter. And you can see it has cloned that person. And that's actually the last one, so that's good. That means we finished. We just solved half of the cube. If you like and subscribe, then you are awesome. Get my 2x2 cheat sheet. If you don't need help solving, then consider buying it anyway as your way of saying thanks. It includes helpful diagrams, tips, and reminders. Even comes with a wallet-sized version too. Link is in the description. So if you are able to do the entire bottom side and get it all complete in under 2 minutes, then you might be ready to go to the next step. But don't proceed unless you can do that. It's really important that you know this step really well so that the other steps are easier to learn. But for the rest of you, stick around. I've got multiple examples to show to give you a better idea of how to solve this bottom layer. Okay, so I've scrambled the cube, and let's just say what happened was you chose this one as your white. And you're like, okay, it's in the bottom left, and here is our patient, red and white, and we're going to go looking for that DNA. So put my thumb on it and go looking for that DNA. And after all the searching around the cube, you find the DNA. I'm going to put my thumb on right here. We find the DNA of this patient over here, white and red. There it is. So it's back here. How can you get this piece into this machine? So first we have to move it to this side. So I'm just going to twist the cube. Let me hold on this. I'll twist this red and white back like this. Put my thumb back on here so we don't lose this patient. Come over here. Look, there's red and white. So now the DNA is here. Now it needs to come into the machine. So now you have the option. You can put it at the top of the machine or the bottom of the machine. Does it matter? No, it doesn't. So if we want it in the bottom of the machine, we could turn it like this. And now this DNA, red and white, is in the bottom of the machine and it's ready for those moves. Clock, clock, counter, counter. Or let's rewind that. Let's say we did something else. Let's rewind that. It's right here. And we said, you know what? We want it in the top of the machine. We would just turn it like this and turn it again. And now it is in the top of the machine. In this case, this was actually the faster and smarter move. Why? Because the indicator light shows there's only one move left before the cloning will take place. So again, I would do clock, clock, counter, counter, and then we would have that cloning over. Now, if you can solve the entire bottom side in under 2 minutes, then you're probably ready to move on to step 2. If you like and subscribe, then you are awesome. So I've scrambled the cube to show another example. Again, to start, we choose a white. Let's choose this one. Make sure it's on the bottom left, like so. This is orange and white. Put my thumb on the patient that we're going to clone over here. And again, this is our machine. So we need DNA from this guy, which is orange and white. We need orange and white DNA somewhere in this machine. How can we get it in our machine? First, let's find the orange and white. Where is orange and white? There's orange and white. Okay. So orange and white, put my finger on it so you can see where it is. Orange and white's back here. My guy is right here, and this is my machine. So how do we get this orange and white into the machine? We can just rotate it. Like so. Now orange and white is in the machine. And look what happened. It just so happens he was in the right position, and we don't even have to clone him because he automatically cloned once in the machine. So that saved us some time. So now we rotate the cube. Here we have blue and white. Put my thumb on them. I'm going to look for that blue and white DNA. Where is it? Here it is, blue and white. It's already in the machine. So we don't have to go find the DNA because it's already inside our machine. And what's even better is the white is pointing out here to the right, which is our indicator light saying that the cloning is almost complete. So let's do those moves. Clock, clock, counter, counter. And then this now has been cloned over. Let's rotate the cube like so. Here we have red and white. Put my thumb on that patient. Let's go find red and white DNA. Red and white. So it's right here. Let's spin it like so. Spin it again. And here we have red and white in our machine. Once again, we got lucky here, and the white's already pointing to the right. So this is about to be solved. Clock, clock, counter, counter. And now that is solved. We just solved the entire bottom side, and this was a really easy one. So stick around for the next example so you get a better idea. So we've scrambled the cube for another example. Let's choose a white. It doesn't matter which one. Let's just choose this one. And again, it needs to be on the bottom, on the left side, like so. So this is our patient. Put our thumb on the patient. Green and white is our DNA. Let's go find DNA for the patient. Green and white. There it is. So here's our DNA, and it needs to go in our machine. Let's just rotate it over, and now it is in our machine. Now that it's there, let's do our moves. Clock, clock, counter, counter. Do it again. Clock, clock, counter, counter. So far it has not been cloned. Let's keep going. Clock, clock, counter, counter. Clock, clock, counter, counter. There's our indicator light. So we're almost finished. Clock, clock, counter, counter. And you can see it has been cloned over. Now we rotate the cube. Orange and white. Put my thumb on it. DNA for this guy is orange and white. Where is the orange and white? It's right here. So it's already in our machine. So let's just do the moves. Clock, clock, counter, counter. Clock, clock, counter, counter. And it has been cloned. Rotate the cube. Blue and white. Put my thumb here. Where's the blue and white DNA? There it is, blue and white. So it's here. Let's put it into this machine by rotating. Rotating again. And now the blue and white DNA is in the machine. We do the moves. Clock, clock, counter, counter. Clock, clock, counter, counter. Clock, clock, counter, counter. Clock, clock, counter, counter. See the white indicator light is on. We're almost finished. Clock, clock, counter, counter. And now we completely solved that side. Thanks to those who give this video a like, and thanks to my patrons. Special thanks to patrons that are on the awesome person level. And thank you so much to Ellen Ruggiano and Daniel Robbins for being on the premium person level. My family really appreciates it. Thank you so much.